got lots of I've got lots of grey paint left over from the tulip painting, so I'm thinking, first layer. Hello everyone, welcome to this week. Where to begin this week? I want to paint my sketchbook covers, and for me, sometimes, this hasn't happened for a while actually, I found myself overwhelmed with thinking about the end result on my sketchbook covers. Panicking, oh my god, what am I going to do? You know, I need to show something finished. And then I realised what was happening, and I'll drop a clip in. I know what I'm suffering from. So, sketchbook cover anxiety. Why be anxious about sketchbook cover? Who would want a sandwich with a beginning and an end and nothing in the middle? So I've started and I'm trying to get to the end with nothing in the middle. Having stamped it out, I can overcome that problem and get on with the middle bit. The process. If I just started and was able to see my outcome and get that down, it wouldn't have any fulfillment, there wouldn't be any joy for me, and I would be going on such a recoil, such a rewind back to that condition. It feels like a condition to want to get to the end result, to want to get to the end line. And I'm missing all that fun in the middle. But my brain just let me build up the anxiety over it, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I've got a grip and I will put my stamps away and get on with the filling and get on with some process on my sketchbook covers. This is a fluorescent orange. I might leave that just as it is in areas. Morning everyone. I've got Rocket. He's looking very fluffy. We really love him when he looks woolly like this, but the fur gets to a point where it's quite hard to get the brush through. And we've got to go to the groomers today, so this is a bit of a before and after. On Sketchbook, I think what I'll do, I've got a brief time before we have to go. I thought I've got some curves and circles. Maybe now I'll put some straight lines in. So I might tape up and just put something straight in. That might be a good next move. I put down some tape last night and went in with some yellow and then black. Oops. I wanted to try and reuse these. That I might be able to. Oh, that's quite nice there. Quite like that, unexpected. So where to go with it this morning? No surprise here. I go in with white paint. I just want those elements underneath to show through in areas, and I can do that by, if I wet the cloth, the kitchen paper, I can lift the paint from the area that I think I want to keep. I've got nothing really particular in mind. I'm just seeing what things look like, really. And it's a beginning. It's always a beginning. I like the red. I like the orange line. I like the blue. But I'm not attached. I purposely don't feel an attachment to anything because this is very early in the whole process. I'm covering over with, this is sky blue, and then I go in with a darker blue and take out that red, take out leave the red showing. At this point, I'm really not knowing what I'm doing, and I decide I've placed things, and now I just want to really play with some colour, something strong. So I stay with the red and just really enjoy this, moving the paint around, making a big mark. As I start to smooth the paint around, I love the aubergine and the way it works against the sky blue with that little bit of orange and red underneath. I also decide that I really like the idea of these big areas of colour, and that maybe this sketchbook might just be, these sketchbook covers might just be about colour rather than too much else. I belatedly tape up the magnetic catch and keep moving that paint to mix the paint on the cover itself. I take a piece of wire, and knowing that I've got some nice colour underneath somewhere, I just enjoy this, just scratching through just to see what marks the wire will make. This is really, really good fun. I think you can see it's a really strong effect on the aubergine. It's always more effective when you have a dark colour on top with some of those light, bright colours underneath. At some stage around now, I decide to have a really crazy time and put in lots of squiggles. It just has to be done. I know that most likely I'll cover it up, but there might be a slim chance that I'll keep a little bit of it. So that's more fun to be had. Rocky's looking very smart. He's got a new collar. It's a little bit big and this is the small, so I need to make an adjustment on that for him. Rocket really likes this rug position, and underneath the rug I sandwich my A1 paperwork to press. When you're using the A1 paper, it will buckle with the paint and the water. So Rocket, you've got to push off. He'll think there's something. No, he doesn't want to push off. I've got to get the paper out. Rocket, I've got to get the paper out. Thank you. So I put it in between two more sheets, and this is green chair. Yeah, it flattens it quite nicely, and I'm going to see what that looks like in a frame this morning, and then I'm going to have a look at those sketchbook pages. Oof. I'm going to mix more of this because I prefer it to this. And I tinkered last night and put a few things in. So my feeling is I just want to see more colour, central colour here. So I'll get my plate and just see if I can mix this darker shade. I knew at this point something was off, but rather than stopping, I just kept going, adding more red, more blue, black, white, sky blue, more red, more blue, and made a really lovely brown. Not the aubergine that I was looking for. Right, well I can't make aubergine this morning. I've just made brown. This wall looks so bare without anything on it. Craig's just gone to put some D-rings to get a really firm fixing for the back of that black frame. I got it in my head this morning. I'm going to mix some aubergine and I'm going to wear my aubergine sweatshirt that I've taken out of the Oxfam bag about 3 times. Yo-yos in and out. I like it, I don't like it. Anyway, so aubergine was the theme for today, but I couldn't remember how to mix aubergine. Yeah, it's red and blue. No, it's not. It's purple and red. So I mixed up a lot of brown and I haven't wasted anything. I've actually had quite a nice time with the brown. I'm really pleased with the chair in the frame, and it's given me the spur to get on with tulips. Tulips, I took a few tulips out and I put some tulips in. It's like musical chairs, no pun intended. And then I dropped this blue in. It's a blue mixed with grey, and I'm unsure about that. And thank you to people. I'm so grateful for people commenting on what they think might be a nice move. I am never, ever, ever offended. People say, I hope you're not going to be offended if I suggest. I am not, because it's just so lovely to have communication and feedback, and painting is subjective, so you can see what I can't see. And Denise said there was a flower here and it did have to get the chop. It was interfering some way. Your eye was just coming here and sticking with it. So I'm not quite done. I keep tweaking around. I've got some grey adjustment to make here. Really not going to do very much more now on the covers. It will be tiny bits of tweaking, and I cannot wait to get a gloss coat down on there. And they're very, very unexpected. And I quite like that. They're not like any of my other sketchbook covers. And I like that. It's something different. Don't ask me why, but I kept mixing up that brown, and then something was just saying to me, just use it, just use it. Sometimes things happen for a reason. And I'm now really, really thinking about brown and how much I like it with this pea green. Oh, if you're painting your sketchbook covers, just go with it, go with the flow, just see what comes. I've got one more thing. I've got a fairly new viewer, Dulcie, hello Dulcie, in the comments mentioned her, I've got to go and guess it, mentioned a Pilot parallel pen. Dulcie, I love it, so thank you so much for that. I'm so near the bitter end. I just put down some squiggles. The pen is a calligraphy tool. I'll get the pen and I'll drop a photo of it in together with the nib size, because when I looked there were several to choose from. This grey area, I just wanted to see what happened when you put the white paint on the black ink, and this was a nice grey came from that. So very pleased with that. Thank you, Dulcie. Still a little bit wet here. My impatience. I will just leave that section to finish drying. It's sucked in quite a bit of gloss medium, so I'll let that dry, and give it another coat for sure. I'm excited. I've got 2 coats of gloss medium down on my sketchbook covers. I will film for next week putting the hockey tape on the spine. As the pages swell with paint inside, the hockey tape helps to keep it all together because it will grow. So I'm quite pleased with that. Also this morning, I had to cut down and work a little bit on tulips, but we're nearly there. And I've got the mount out just to help me decide where it wants to sit. And that will go under the rug press, ready to be framed probably next week. So if you are deciding to decorate your sketchbook covers, enjoy the process, go with the flow. I will show you next week. I'm so excited about some little brown studies that I worked up. So things do often happen for a reason. If something's telling you to do it, I'd say do it. Have a great week, everyone, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.